Hi, this is Alessio, Rastani, leading trader. In this video, we're going to talk about the most hated market on the planet and whether it could be starting a brand new uptrend. The market I'm talking about right now is by far one of the most evil commodities on the planet. Yes, I'm talking about sugar. And of course, it's no wonder it's in a downtrend. As you can see, it's been falling since last year. Now, before I talk about the actual trade setup and what's happening here with sugar, I just want to quickly talk about something quite important. And it's important that we cover this. Because if you or anyone else that you know has ever suffered from weight gain or trying to lose weight, it is because the sugar industry for the last 40, 50 years, since the 1970s, they've been misinforming people about the true reason for weight gain. And many of these companies, especially the sugar industry with Coca-Cola, have been telling people that if you're overweight, then it's your fault because you've been consuming too many calories, which is a complete nonsense and absolute garbage. The actual reason is because of the sugar industry themselves and the amount of sugar they put into foods. In fact, there was an interesting experiment done by an Australian filmmaker, and I highly recommend you go ahead and watch this film. It's called That Sugar Film. And in this experiment, what he did was he replaced his ordinary calories. So what he would normally do is eat quality food, good food, and healthy stuff. And all he did was he replaced them with sugar, the same amount of calories, but this time with more sugar in them. And as you'll see in this film, he quickly gained weight and his entire body, in fact, changed to the point that his liver cells started dying. You know, all that diet stuff does not really work because all they do is talk about calories. What they don't tell you and what the sugar industry does not tell people is that it's not about calories. It's actually more about the sugar content of your foods. So that's what I got to say about that. I despise this commodity with all my heart. But again, a setup is a setup. So let's talk about that. So after this huge downtrend, what I always look for are any potential opportunities to get in on this. What we can see on this chart is a potential double bottom pattern here. The first bottom here, and now potentially a second bottom, maybe even a third. So certainly it seems to be carving out a potential bottom and maybe even a new uptrend, as you can see here. Now, you can see that also, if you just zoom in a little bit here, we are at the moment holding, actually pulling back to this 21-day average. You can see here, the first one held, bounced, now it's come to the 21-day average again. So I really like this setup here. I think that if we can get above 1520 here, we could start actually continue this move and momentum higher. Now, obviously, because it's a very hated market, it's also relatively cheap. And one could argue there's a lot of upside here as well. All right, guys, I hope this video has helped you in some way. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And also, please remember to subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. Bye for now.